Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Global English Academy. I'm Emily, and I'm holding a cup of warm coffee right now. It's early morning, the sky is still quiet, and I hope your day starts softly too.
And I'm Paul. My coffee is already cold because I was reading work emails again. You know that feeling, right? When your morning starts with notifications instead of sunshine?
Oh, I know that feeling very well. Today, we're talking about something most of us do every single day, our jobs. How to talk about your work in English, easily and naturally.
Yes, work is such a big part of life. We spend so many hours there. But sometimes, when someone asks, "What do you do?" we freeze.
Exactly. So, in this episode, we'll help you talk about your daily work routine, your feelings about your job, and even small talk at work.
And of course, we'll share useful phrases and natural expressions that you can use right away.
That's right. So, if you're listening on your way to work, take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and enjoy this episode with us. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. It really helps our channel grow.
All right, let's start with something simple, our daily work routine. Emily, what's your morning like before work?
I usually wake up around 6:30. I make some tea, read the news, then check my schedule for the day. I like to prepare my mind before the noise begins. What about you, Paul?
My morning is a bit messy, to be honest. Laughing. I wake up late, rush to make coffee, and check my phone too much. But when I finally start working, I feel focused.
That's a very relatable morning. So here's a useful phrase. I usually start my day by... It's perfect for describing your routine. For example, I usually start my day by checking emails.
Let's practice together. Try saying, I usually start my day by drinking coffee. Ready? Say it aloud, even if you're on the bus.
Good job. You can also say, my workday starts at 9 or I finish around 6. These are simple, natural ways to describe your day.
When people ask me about my work routine, I like to say, I work from home, so my office is my kitchen. It always makes people laugh a little.
That's a fun one. It's nice to keep conversations light. Speaking of which, let's talk about how we feel about our jobs.
Oh, feelings about work? That's a deep topic. Some days I feel grateful. Other days, I just want to stay in bed.
I think everyone feels that way sometimes. You can say, I enjoy my job, or my job can be stressful, but I like it. It's honest and simple.
I like to say I feel proud of my work. It reminds me that what I do matters, even when it's hard.
That's beautiful. Here's another phrase. I feel motivated when. For example, I feel motivated when my team works well together.
Or I feel tired when I have too many meetings. Laughing. Let's be honest here.
True. You can also describe emotions with simple adjectives. Happy, bored, excited, nervous, relaxed. For example, I'm happy when I finish a big project.
Let's practice. Repeat after me. I'm proud of my job. Nice and easy.
I enjoy working with my team. Great. You're improving already. Remember, every word you say builds confidence.
Speaking of teams, where do you usually work, Emily?
My workplace is cozy. It's a small studio with warm lights and books everywhere. Sometimes I work from a cafe, too. The sound of cups and quiet music helps me focus.
That sounds lovely. My office is brighter, with big windows and plants. I like to sit near the window and watch the sky when I need a break.
You can describe your workplace easily. Say, I work in an office, or I work in a hospital, or I work at a school. Simple prepositions, in, at, for, make a big difference.
Yes! You can also say, I work for a tech company, or I work at a restaurant.
That's right. Let's give our listeners a small challenge. Think about your own workplace. How would you describe it in one sentence?
Take a second to think. Maybe you'll say, I work in a busy office, or I work in a quiet shop.
Excellent. The more you describe your world in English, the more confident you'll become. And speaking of the workplace, we all know what comes next. Small talk.
Yes, the magical language of coffee breaks. People at work love small talk about weather, weekend plans, or lunch.
I always say, it's such a nice day today, even if it's raining. It's not about weather, it's about connection.
Exactly. You can say, "How was your weekend?" Or "Did you watch anything good last night?" These small moments build friendship.
You can also compliment people. Your lunch smells good. Or, that's a nice shirt. Little things that make others smile.
Let's practice a few together. Repeat after us. How's your day going?
How was your weekend?
The weather is perfect today.
See, small talk isn't small. It's the beginning of friendship.
Beautifully said. And soon, these words become habits. You won't even think about them. They'll flow naturally.
Just like how your morning coffee flows into your day.
Laughing.
Exactly. Next, let's move to something important. How to describe your work responsibilities in English.
That's a big one. Many learners find it hard to explain what they actually do at work.
Yes, so let's make it simple. You can start with, I'm responsible for. For example, I'm responsible for answering emails, or I'm responsible for teaching students.
Or you can say, I take care of. Like, I take care of our clients. It sounds friendly and natural.
Great example. You can also say, my main task is, or I usually handle. These are easy and professional.
Let's give one more example for practice. I usually handle social media for our company.
Perfect. Now, dear listener, what about you? Try to make one sentence about your own work.
Say it out loud. Don't worry about mistakes. You're practicing, and that's how you grow.
Every small sentence builds your English muscle, one phrase at a time.
I love that. Speaking of work tasks, sometimes the best part of work is the people, right?
Definitely. Let's talk about coworkers, bosses, and friends at work next. Coworkers can really change how we feel about our jobs. When you have nice teammates, work becomes lighter, even fun.
Yes. I once worked with a guy who told jokes all the time. Every meeting started with laughter, and suddenly, everyone was relaxed.
That's great. You can say, I get along well with my coworkers, or my boss is very supportive. Simple but powerful sentences.
I like to say, my team feels like family. It's not about perfection, it's about trust.
That's true. And if you ever have a difficult boss, you can still stay polite. For example, my boss is very direct, or my manager expects a lot.
That's a polite way to say, it's not easy.
Exactly. Honesty with kindness. You can describe people with simple adjectives: friendly, strict, helpful, hardworking, funny, creative.
Let's try a mini practice. Repeat after me. My coworkers are friendly.
My boss is very organized.
We help each other every day.
Perfect. You sound like part of a great team already.
Speaking of teams, I remember one project that went completely wrong. It was stressful, but also a big lesson.
Really? What happened?
We were supposed to finish a presentation, but the file got deleted right before the meeting. Everyone panicked. Then we had to rebuild everything in 1 hour.
Oh no, that must have been intense.
It was, but we worked together, laughed through the chaos, and somehow we did it. Later, our boss said, "I'm proud of you guys." That felt amazing.
That's a beautiful example of teamwork. You can say, we faced a problem, but we solved it together.
Or, it was a difficult day, but we learned a lot. Sharing good and bad experiences like this makes your English stories more real.
Exactly. You can use expressions like, once I had a project that, or one time at work, These openers are perfect for telling stories.
Let's give our listeners one more example. One time I worked late to finish a report, but the next morning, everyone thanked me.
That's great storytelling. It's simple, emotional, and true.
You can even describe feelings at the end. I felt proud, or I was so tired but happy.
And don't forget to celebrate small wins. Every good or bad experience teaches something new.
So, Emily, let's talk about something many people face: choosing between two jobs.
Oh, yes, that's a big decision. You can use phrases like, I'm deciding between two job offers, or I'm not sure which job to take.
I remember when I had to choose between a high-paying job and a job I truly loved.
That must have been hard. Which one did you choose?
I chose the one I loved. The money was less, but I felt happier every day.
That's a great message. You can say, I chose passion over money, or I wanted work that makes me grow.
You can also describe differences, like one job was close to home, but the other had better benefits.
Let's help our listeners with a few useful phrases. Repeat after us. I'm looking for a job with a good team.
I want a job that gives me time to rest.
I hope to find a job where I can learn.
Great! You're practicing real English, the kind you can actually use in interviews or daily life.
And remember, no choice is perfect. Every job has good and bad days. What matters is how you grow from it.
That's true. And that brings us to something we all try to balance: work and life.
Ah, yes, the famous work-life balance. You can say, I try to balance my work and personal life, or I need more free time.
I used to think working more hours meant I was doing better, but later I realized rest also makes me better.
That's powerful. Sometimes stepping away gives us fresh ideas. You can say, I like to relax after work, or I spend weekends with my family.
I like to say, I recharge by watching movies or going for a walk. It's important to know what makes you feel alive again.
Beautifully said. Here's a quick vocabulary spotlight. Recharge means to rest and get your energy back. A synonym is refresh. For example, I need to recharge after a long week.
Nice. You can also use take a break. It's simple and useful. I take a break every afternoon to clear my mind.
Let's do a mini practice. Repeat after us. I try to keep a good work-life balance.
I spend my weekends doing what I love.
Rest helps me do better at work.
Perfect. You're doing great. Don't forget, language learning also needs balance. Study, rest, repeat.
That's a great point, Paul. Learning English is like working out. Small, regular steps lead to big results.
Absolutely. And speaking of big results, let's end today's main part with something exciting: our career dreams.
Yes, talking about the future is a wonderful way to practice English and dream at the same time.
So, Emily, what's your dream job?
I'd love to create an English school by the beach. Students would study in the morning and walk by the ocean in the afternoon.
That sounds amazing. I'd like to make an English podcast that inspires people to believe in themselves. Oh, wait, we're already doing that.
True, you're already living your dream. For our listeners, here are some useful ways to talk about future goals. You can say, I want to become, or I hope to work as.
For example, I want to become a designer, or I hope to work as a teacher.
You can also say, my dream is to. Like, my dream is to open my own cafe.
These phrases help you express hope and passion, and they make conversations more inspiring.
Yes, and dreams give direction. Even small steps today can lead to something big tomorrow.
So let's make it real for our listeners. Think about your dream job right now. What do you want it to say?
Say it out loud. My dream is to. Go on, we'll wait for you.
Great job! Speaking it makes it more real. Every word is a seed for your future.
That's beautiful. And that's what English is for, to express your life, your work, your dreams.
And even your mistakes. Because mistakes means you're trying, and trying means you're alive.
Exactly. Even if you remember just one phrase from today, I'm proud of my job. That's progress.
Before we close, let's quickly review some key expressions from today.
I usually start my day by,
I'm responsible for.
my coworkers are friendly,
I try to keep a good work-life balance.
and my dream is to.
Beautiful. These sentences are your new tools for confidence at work and in life.
Remember, every small effort you make is building a stronger you.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe to Miss English channel. More warm and fun English stories are coming your way.
And comment one phrase you'll use today. Maybe something about your work, your team, or your dream.
Keep learning, keep growing, and keep smiling through your English journey.
Because one simple sentence today is one step closer to confidence tomorrow.
You know, Paul, when people talk about their jobs, they often forget to include the small human moments. The laughter during lunch, the quiet walks to the bus stop, or that feeling when Friday finally arrives.
Oh, yes. That feeling when you close your laptop on Friday evening, pure happiness. Those little moments make work life more real.
Exactly. Learning English isn't just about words like meeting or deadline. It's about expressing those moments. Like, I had a fun lunch with my coworkers, or I was so happy when the weekend came.
Yes, you can even say, I laughed so much today at work, or we had a small celebration for someone's birthday. Those phrases show personality.
Right. Let's help our listeners with some simple expressions they can use. I had a busy day. Work was slow today. I finished a big project. I'm so tired, but it feels good.
Great! Let's make it more interactive. Repeat after us. I had a busy day.
I'm happy to finish my work.
I enjoyed working with my team.
That's wonderful. You're practicing real, everyday English, the kind that makes conversations feel alive.
Speaking of real life, sometimes things go wrong at work, right? Not every day is perfect.
Definitely. Maybe your computer crashes, or you make a small mistake in an email. It happens to everyone.
Yes, I once sent an important file to the wrong person. My heart stopped for a second.
Oh no, what did you do?
I apologized quickly and fixed it. My boss said, "Don't worry, Paul. Everyone makes mistakes." That moment taught me to stay calm.
That's a great lesson. You can say, I made a mistake, but I learned from it. Or, it was stressful, but I stayed positive.
Mistakes are teachers, not enemies. Each one helps you grow, in work and in English.
So true. You can even describe those days with gentle honesty. I felt nervous. I was embarrassed. Or, I tried again the next day.
That's beautiful English. Simple, emotional, and honest.
Let's turn that into a small reflection exercise. Think of a mistake you made at work. Now, describe it in one sentence in English.
Don't worry, nobody's judging. Just practice saying, I learned something from that day.
Great job. Every sentence you say out loud brings you one step closer to confidence. Speaking of confidence, let's talk about small talk again, but this time, deeper. How do you really connect with people at work?
That's a good question. Small talk is not only about the weather. It's about showing you care. You can say, "How are you feeling today?" Or, "You look a little tired. Are you okay?"
Yes, small talk with empathy. My favorite is, how's your coffee today? It always makes people smile.
Haha, that's a good one. You can also say, "Did you sleep well?" Or, "How's your family?" Simple questions that make people feel seen.
That's real communication, not just English practice.
Right. And small talk helps you build confidence to speak in other situations too, like presentations or meetings.
Yes, I remember my first work presentation. My hands were shaking, my voice was dry, but I smiled and said, "Good morning, everyone." Somehow, it worked.
That's inspiring. You can always start simply. "Good morning, everyone. I'm happy to share my thoughts today. Thank you for your time." These short sentences build confidence.
You don't need big words. You need real words from your heart.
Beautifully said. Let's give our listeners a short practice moment. Repeat after us. "Good morning, everyone.
Thank you for joining the meeting.
I'm happy to share my thoughts."
See, you just practiced professional English right there. Simple and confident.
And if you forget a word, just pause and smile. People don't remember mistakes, they remember your energy.
That's so true. Confidence is 80% energy, 20% grammar.
I love that. We should put it on a t-shirt.
Confidence, 80% energy, 20% grammar. Perfect slogan for Global English Academy.
Absolutely. And remember, dear listener, energy comes from how you talk to yourself too.
Yes, like when you say, "I can do this," instead of, "I'll never get it right." That small change in words changes everything.
Let's call this a mindset minute.
I like that.
Here's your phrase for today. Progress, not perfection. It means don't chase perfect English, just keep moving forward.
That's powerful. Repeat it out loud. Progress, not perfection.
Wonderful! Another helpful mindset phrase is one step at a time. Every word you learn, every sentence you speak, it all counts.
And when you make mistakes, smile and keep going, because that's exactly how we all improve.
You know, this reminds me of one of my old students. She was so afraid to speak in meetings. She thought her English wasn't good enough.
What happened?
She started small, just saying "good morning" every day. Then, 1 week later, "How are you?" And slowly, she became the most confident speaker in the room.
That's amazing. So it really is about small daily steps.
Exactly. That's how you grow. Little by little, but every day. Dear listener, remember that story next time you feel shy. Just say one simple sentence. That's courage.
Yes, courage is not about being perfect. It's about speaking even when your heart beats fast. So let's take one more deep breath together.
Breathe in confidence.
Breathe out fear.
Beautiful. Now you're ready for the next step. Talking about your career dreams.
Ah, yes. Dreams are the best part. They remind us why we work, why we learn, why we keep going.
So true. Let's explore that in our next part. What kind of future do you imagine for your work and life?
That's going to be a powerful ending. When you think about your career future, don't just think about money or titles. Think about mornings that make you smile and people who inspire you.
I like that, because when you wake up excited to go to work, that's real success. Even if your job is small, your heart feels big.
Exactly. You can say, "I want a job that makes me happy," or "I want to do something meaningful." Simple but powerful dreams.
When I was younger, I thought success meant working in a big office. But now I think success means freedom to create, to learn, to enjoy my life.
That's such a beautiful shift. You can express that in English too. I used to think success was money, but now I think it's peace.
That's a great sentence. Listeners, try saying it too. I used to think success was money, but now I think it's peace.
Perfect. Remember, when you speak about dreams, use words like want, hope, plan, would like, dream of.
For example, I hope to start my own business. Or, I dream of working abroad.
Or, I plan to improve my English so I can get a better job.
Yes, every dream begins with a simple sentence.
Let's take a moment for a short reflection. If you could design your perfect workday, what would it look like?
Maybe you'd start late with soft music and coffee. Or maybe you'd work with kind people who make you laugh.
Think about it for a moment. Feel it. Then say in English, my dream workday is...
Go ahead, speak it out loud. Don't worry about grammar, just speak.
Beautiful. That's how goals begin, when they move from thoughts to words.
You know, Emily, this reminds me of something my mentor once told me. The job you have today is just one chapter, not the whole book.
That's so true. Every job teaches something. Patience, teamwork, leadership, or humility. Nothing is wasted.
Yes, even when we fail, we learn. And when we learn, we grow.
I once had a student who worked as a cleaner in a hotel. She told me, I practice English with guests every day. One day, I'll be a receptionist.
Wow, that's amazing. Did she reach that dream?
Yes. A year later, she sent me a message, Miss Emily, I did it. I'm working at the front desk now.
That's such an inspiring story. See, your job doesn't define your limit, your attitude does.
Exactly. And language opens doors. Every new phrase is a key to a new opportunity.
Speaking of keys, let's open one more door. Our vocabulary spotlight for today.
Great idea. Let's start with responsible. It means you take care of something. Synonym, in charge of. Example, I'm responsible for customer service.
Next word, coworker. It means someone you work with. Synonym, colleague. Example, my coworkers are really supportive.
And balance. It means to keep work and life equal. Synonym, harmony. Example, I try to keep a balance between work and family.
These words are simple, but they help you sound natural when you talk about work.
Right. And when you speak them slowly, clearly, and confidently, people will understand your heart, not just your grammar.
Speaking of the heart, I want to share something small but powerful. Gratitude turns work into joy.
Oh, I love that. When you say thank you to your team, your boss, or even to yourself, your whole job feels lighter.
You can say, I'm grateful for my job, or I'm thankful for my coworkers. It's simple, but it changes your energy.
Let's say it together, everyone. I'm grateful for my job.
I'm thankful for my coworkers.
I'm proud of how far I've come.
Beautiful. Every time you say those words, your English and your heart become stronger.
And remember, even if your English isn't perfect, your effort is. You're doing something brave, learning another language while working hard in life.
That's something to celebrate. You're growing every single day.
So, dear listener, next time someone asks, what do you do? Answer with confidence. Tell them your story. Tell them how you start your day, what you enjoy, who you work with, and what you dream of. That's more than a job. That's your life.
You've learned how to talk about your daily routine, your workplace, your responsibilities, your team, and your dreams, all in simple, beautiful English.
And you've practiced phrases that you can use right away. Remember them, use them, live them. Because language is not just in your mouth, it's in your heart, your daily actions, your courage.
Yes, your courage to speak even when you're not sure of every word. That's real learning.
So, before we go, let's say one last phrase together, something to remind you of your power. Every day, I'm improving.
Every day, I'm growing.
Every day, I'm learning something new.
Perfect. That's the spirit of Global English Academy. Warm, real, and full of hope.
If you enjoyed today's episode, don't forget to subscribe. More warm and fun English stories are coming your way.
And comment below. What's one thing you love about your job? We'd love to read your answers.
Keep learning, keep shining, and keep believing that your words matter.
Because one small English phrase today can change your tomorrow.
Until next time, stay kind, stay curious, and keep speaking English with heart.
See you in the next episode, and remember, your English is getting stronger every day.
Always.